Hello and welcome to Flory Models. Here we are on Friday the 10th of January 2020. A very busy week, a little bit up and down as you all know through this one, but hopefully next week everything returns back to normal. But for me it was literally reviews, Bandai, lots of editing as you might imagine, making your way through. But generally she is coming together very nicely. And I know I keep saying it, but there is something deeply satisfying building Bandai kits because the engineering is just of that next level. It's just exquisite. The way that this thing's gone together. So far I've only used 2 bits of glue. One was just to hold down a bit of piping that was flapping around, and that's my fault because I bent it just to hold it in place. And another one, I had to replace one of these little sort of, greebles on the front purely because I lost one in the keyboard, so I made one. And obviously it didn't fit properly, so I used a little bit of glue for that. But apart from that, you could technically disassemble or take this thing apart and put it back together as many times as you like because it is literally that good. So anyway, first of all, we have part 2 of that went up on Monday with you. Basically that was these front areas, getting these in. There's quite a lot of detail, lots and lots of parts in there, things like that. And then the next part 3 is up with you right now, and that is really this main fuselage section here, these 2 detailed areas underneath here, and obviously about the lighting. I'm really getting this entire section together and it has come along quite nicely. We are pretty much there, and if I flick these on, hopefully, there we go. We have some lights underneath here. We got some engine lights around the back and things like that. We did a little bit of painting around here as well, so that is all set and ready. So hopefully we can get the top part onto this one literally over the weekend and really start to push through with the weathering. But honestly, if you thought the 144 one was good, you are going to love this one. This one's absolutely fantastic because all the parts are just bigger and bolder. It's nice to identify all the separate parts on here, and some of you guys put up various links to different websites and stuff which identifies which every single part on this thing is from, which absolutely great. Really interesting to go through some of those ones. Can't wait to get on with the painting stage, to be honest. That's the bit where I'll come alive, actually doing all the paintwork, getting it all in there, the weathering, and all the little subtleties and things like that on this particular one. But anyway, it is coming along very, very nicely. Really enjoying it. As I said, part 3 is up with you right now to watch that one. This week as well, I've had 2 reviews up for you. We've had these beautiful ones, and I'm still not convinced there isn't a connection between these 2 companies, but there we go. But Ryfield Models have literally raised that bar once again. With every single time I do a review, they just go that next step, okay? And they've gone right up there now with the actual MRAP system on the M1240. It is a fantastic kit. Not only have you got full detail everywhere, but the parts, the plastic, the solidness of it, the way that the plastic springs work. And I know in the review I was saying it'd be nice if they was in metal, but they do work even in that. Right the way down to the detail on the tyres. The tyres have got that gorgeous stressed sidewall look to them. They've got the proper writing on there. It does say Michelin, and it's got all the sizes, things like that. Not only on one side, but it's on both sides, and there isn't a seam line or anything on these tyres that you can see, so there's no harsh cleanup and various things needed to get rid of them like that. The photo etch is gorgeous, and really it's one of those kits that I can't find a fault with it. It just is going to be a lot of work. It's not going to be a shake and bake 2-minute walk through the part. You are going to have to take your time with it because there's just so much detail in that exact kit. The other one we had down here is Border Models. So this is the Panzer 4. This is the mid or late version. And again, it is one of those ones where going through it, okay, the instructions are a bit dodgy. Some of the call outs and placements and like that, you're thinking, hold on. Trying to get your head around it, but once you do, it's no problem with it because again, lovely texture, incredible moulding as well. They are a newer company, that's why I'm hesitant to not think there's a connection between these 2. But again, it is one of those ones where the way the moulding is, some very complex parts are moulded beautifully in one. Where in the old days you might have had it made up of maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts, this is one part moulded and it is crisp and it's in scale and it is really nice. So it's not like they've had to make sacrifices in some areas as in like thicknesses of plastic and stuff like that. It does look right to me. And again, one thing is I love this artwork. I don't know who Jason 2019, obviously in Jason 2018, we assume it's the same artist, that's why I'm thinking maybe there's a connection between the 2. But the box art, again, it's almost like it's beautifully done. Very nice setting the scene there. Lovely to be actually display it so you can see the internals and everything else like that in this nice setting. So not only does it give you that inspiration for weathering and stuff like that, you can pretty much see what you're going to get at the end of it. And again, same as well down in here, you've got armour choices. That's why it's showing you down in the box art. But it's nice to have good quality box art back again. All too often in the past we've seen digital and that sort of, very much sort of computer way of doing it. And it looks almost like a video video game on the actual box art, but now back to true box art. I've absolutely loved them. So both of those reviews are up with you. They're both 1/35 scale, and to be honest with you, they're both beautiful kits, but that is literally on another level. Really, really am excited to see what Right Field are going to be doing with their kit releases this year. We spoke about them with Matt actually on the Wednesday live show. Apologies for that. It was one of those ones, technical gremlins. It's the internet. I know where people were shouting at me and various things online and that once where we were having the problems. We are hardwired. We've done everything we can possibly can, but occasionally the internet just lets us down, you know, and that's really what it is. Luckily, from my point of view here, I don't tend to have many gremlins. It's normally people calling in and various things like that to me where we have problems with it. But anyway, we did get back on form. So me and Matt with you on Wednesday for an hour, and really we were talking about Airfix's releases, you know, the pitfalls and things against it. Obviously Ryfield, what they're up to, and all the other manufacturers. So if you want to go off and see that one, just have a look at the Wednesday show and you can see it in there. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully me and Matt are going to develop that show to be more of a what's going on in the industry rather than showing you and talking about what we're doing. It's going to be more about what the hobby's doing. So we'll be talking about the latest releases, what's due out, any news, any gossip, things like that from the hobby. So it's a live show. If you want to join in with us members, of course you can, no problem at all. We're in the live chat room. We'll answer your questions and things like that as we make our way through. Yesterday obviously wasn't a live show, you know, personal reasons for that one. So obviously we are back at it again today. Next Thursday we will be with you live. We're going to make some changes to the actual live show. I've been talking to the guys a lot about it and some various little tweaks and things we want to do with it and to develop it as well to make it more interactive, more fun, more everything, rather than just a load of dribbly old men just falling asleep in front of the camera. Okay, so that's what we want to do. That's my sort of mission for this year, is to G things up. And generally as of next week it's now back to normal. So on Mondays, don't forget, you don't get actually from me for a show, but you will get a video part, goes up on Monday. Tuesdays is my Q&A day, on my little thing just personally to you guys. Ask me any questions you like, send me messages either via, you know, the contact me's, or obviously on the live chat, on things like that as well. So get hold of me that way and I can show, demonstrate anything you want to talk about, things like that, any tools, various things like that. So that's really for Tuesdays. Wednesday's going to be me and Matt's show day, so we're talking about the hobby, the industry, things like that, what's coming out on those things. And then Thursday it'll be with a live show with the guys during the evening, and also we'll be putting the reviews up right the way through the week. And then Friday another video part will be up with you, and then obviously we'll be doing a little bit of a catch up like we're doing right now and showing your great work at the end of the actual week in the gallery section as always. Remember, for the gallery sections, you see them at the end, just make sure you put them up in a format that I can understand, because sometimes I try and copy the images and it won't allow me through various third-party hosts and stuff like that. So if you ever wonder why I don't use your image, it's purely because my system won't allow it. So I can't sometimes download images through copyright protection and all things like that on certain softwares, just to let you know. Anyway, over in Liveland, on the actual forum, excuse me, I think I am going down with a bug. Anyway, there's various things going on at the moment. The big one is obviously we've got the new group builds, and we've got obviously the final group build of last year stroke this year, which is just about to end. So it's from the Beaches to the Bulge one for the 25th of January will end. So you've got 15 days left to finish that one off. We've got a great one on this. So we've got 186 on the go and we've got 97 finishers. Remember, everybody who gets into this section down in here for the reveals will then obviously be automatically, you'll get your medal and a little bit of a thank you from me, and obviously for the end video, things like that as well. So if you want to get all of those things, don't forget I pick up the tab. There's no cost to you whatsoever. I'll supply you with the medal and the postage and everything like that to get it all out to you. All you need to do is make sure you take a couple of photos at the end of your build and please link them to your build. Okay, so I don't know, that's pick the last victim who might have done it or might not have done it. So this one here, which, there you go, slappy wrist. What I want to see at the top is obviously the actual kit manufacturer, the actual scale it actually is, some of the tools and the equipment you've used, and a link to your actual build, please. As I said, everyone's got a little bit slacked over this over the last couple of group builds, but we always used to have that bit of information at the top, and it just makes things really, really easy for people to see exactly how it is. So if you can pop back in there, Robert, and edit it, that would be absolutely lovely. I keep asking, but no one listens. Okay, but there we go. Lovely work by that one as well. Nice little diorama. We've got some cows going down in here. We've got a panther in the trees, nicely hidden away there. And we've got the ambulance. Very nice little scene there. Okay. And we've got the wounded going back up into the ambulance. Sorry, no, it's not a panther. It's a stug. Okay, so yes. Very, very nice indeed. All right, nice little one there. But again, if you can do your actual builds in the way they're asked for, that would be absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we've got another one who has done it. Yep, perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. So, who is that? Chris. Chris is old school with us anyway. He's been with us forever, so he knows a thing. You don't have to go quite as much detail, but if we can have just down in there scale and various things, it just makes things easier for people having a look at it. And he's got a link here back to the actual build itself, so you can see the full build threads in there as well. So, absolutely fantastic. There we go. Another beautiful little diorama, as you can see on that one. So, very, very nice. Very, very cool. Bit of a change of attire going on, getting that tree out of the way. So there we go. Very, very nice job indeed with that one. So that's exactly what we want to see right the way through. Remember, it's very, very simple. All you do is start a build thread, just show us a picture of the box art, show us a couple of shots of the sprues just to prove you haven't started it, and then actually just make your way through. We're not expecting a full step-by-step photo build or anything else like that. All we're really asking for is some little bits as you make your way along with the build, because don't forget, the whole point of doing the SIGs and the group builds and everything else like that is to make this colossal library now that we've actually got tens of thousands of builds now on the forum. So people who perhaps want to build along with you, they've got that particular kit, they can click on yours and see exactly how you built yours. That's really what it is. It's supposed to be a resource that's just going to grow and grow and grow over the years, so people can just come along and have a look, see yours, be inspired by you, and that's the whole point to all of these ones. This is why I ask for so much information on there, just so it's a lot easier for the search to work as well, because don't forget, the search will pick up your keywords in your post. So if you've got in there manufacturers and obviously the scales, stuff like that, the search engine in the forum will pick those up, straight away, and it's no problem. If you don't put those in, you become just one build out of tens of thousands on the actual site. It's very difficult for people to find your builds as they make their way through. But it is just that handy thing. We've all done it before. You go on, you're building something you've never touched before. So if you're building, I don't know, a Buccaneer, you pop it in, you can see other people's, you can see how they did it, what paints they use, what weathering they sort of did, and it's a great reference and an inspiration for everybody taking part. Anyway, so that one is coming to an end right now. If I just back out of this gracefully, we go. All right, so one more click. There we go. Okay, so basically that one's going on. As I said, we've got 186 on the go at there at the moment. We've got 97. It'd be really nice if we can get over 100 completed for that one. And then again, at the end of the month, I'll put together a full montage reveal video for the actual group build, and I'll get you my medals all sent out to you no matter where you are in the world. Okay, so the first group builds that are on for this year, as we said about, we've got the Latin American one. So that one has started, and currently we've got 30 builds on the go for that one. So good job, everybody, in the first 10 days. And then we've got the MIG SIG, which is obviously our first SIG of the actual year as well, and we've got coming up for 40 on the go with that one, and we've got one completed. So let's have a look to see what Alex has done just in here. Let me just go back to the front. Okay, so again, sorry, I'll explain it. Tom, we need more information. Please do more information. As I say, it's the only thing that's a bit of a pain with this, because you can't click back and see your build of it. Okay, but there we go. So we can see a very nice, very metally, nice and dirty as well, MIG. Looking absolutely fantastic with that one. So congratulations to him for finishing. But please, people, can we put on the actual information? Meet me halfway on this, for God's sake. Okay, so well done to everybody taking part on those ones. Okay, there are our first two for the actual year. Just trying to keep it nice and simple so we can follow along. The whole idea is, obviously, I'll be starting with my MiG-23 next week with any luck. So I'll be building along with you. And then obviously every week we'll be having a look through everybody's builds as they make their way along. We're going to make it more interactive, showcase your work, your tools, techniques, and what you're doing with your builds as we make our way through. So please keep them all updated as you're making your way along with your group builds and your SIGs this year. I know the guys are all intending to join in as well. If they do or not, I don't know. We will see on that one. But hopefully then we can obviously look at your work during some of the live shows as well and talk about and discuss as we make our way through the actual full year with that one. And that, as they say, is about it. Apart from, we have always just need to have a look at this week's special offers from the PM store. Matt's just updated these in the last literally hour. Okay, so a couple of things. If you've never been to us before, don't forget PM Models. I basically am co-owner with Matt. Obviously here at Flory Models, we've got the other side, PM Models, with our Doncaster store. Obviously it is open. New opening times for this one. We've changed them slightly. I don't know if Matt has done the homepage. Let me just check, see if he's done his thing. Has he done? See, look, even the site's slow. Okay, hold on, let me just check in here. Okay, so that's our new times. That's where we are. We're in Bentley and Doncaster, just above the river. Look. Okay, so literally Mondays are now closed. Slightly different to say Matt then can have the Sundays and Mondays as 2 days off together. Just makes things a lot easier. So now we are open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Tuesdays, and on Wednesdays, sort of half day with that one, 10 till 1. And then, because that's purely because Matt's with me from 2 in the afternoon onwards on Wednesdays as well. So obviously we'll be live on the show. And then Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 5, and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 5, and on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5, right the way through. So that's the new one. So that is basically Unit 6, as you can see, 353 Bentley Road, Doncaster. DN and all down there in there. Okay, so that's all your bits and pieces. Anyway, back to the interesting stuff. Okay, so this week's special offers, as I said, every Friday or Saturday we have new special offers put up. Okay, so up first we've got the Italeri bike with sidecar. It's normally £64. We got it up at 54. We've got the G-Wagon. Can't go wrong with the G-Wagon as well. We've got the Panther. So that's really nice. That's the Ryfield Models one. I've done the review of that. Beautiful kit as well. Again, save yourself a bit of money there. The old Twin Pin, very nicely done as well. We've got the Academy, which I've done the review of that one as well for the B1. Beautiful kit. Definitely a good scale to do it as well. Okay, we've got the Shackleton, the FX Shackleton. Obviously a bit of money off there. We've also got the Hunter. Done both of those, lovely job. We've also got the Zucamori kits, got a special on there, £20 off on the Yoo-Hoo or the Owl. Okay, and then down in here we've got the Conqueror. Again, a good little saving on that one. And we got some of the Bandai stuff. We can still get it. Okay, so we got the actual X-Wing there. We got some A10s. We got Avengers, Copper State models, bits and pieces. We got some Doras, some Junkers. What we got? BMW M6, as you can see. Lots and lots of stuff down in here. Again, cracking little deal on this one as well with the Zvezdas. So this is the 72nd Yak 130s. Again, nice little saving on that one. And again, various ones right the way through. And again, we were talking about on the show how Tamiya's putting their prices up, so grab them whilst you can at these prices, because obviously all Tamiya is going up, or certainly a lot of their kits are. So if you want to grab yourself a bargain, grab them there. And there we have it. So what's going to happen is on Monday I'll get the next part of this one up with you, and then next week I'm actually going to start on the MiG-23, and then I'm going to be starting on that Gloucester Gladiator. Really looking forward to that one. So if you haven't seen them already, got your reviews here, and you've got 2 parts up with this one, and then we'll be back with you next week as always from Tuesday on. Remember, if you've got any questions for me, please post them up in the forum, or just do the contact me if you're not a member, things like that, and I'll answer just as many as I can during the show. So happy modelling, take care. As always on a Friday I'm going to leave you with your great work from the gallery. So till Monday everybody, happy modelling, take care.